I also drunk all of Trav's rider accidentally, and I still feel bad for it. So I just want to say sorry again. But anyway, that's another story.
Welcome to Access All ARIAs as part of ARIA Week, presented by Mitsubishi Motors. My name's Jeremy Dillon and I'm in Sydney today. I'd like to start by acknowledging the traditional custodians of this land, the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, and pay my respects to elders, both past, present, and emerging. Today, I'm joined by the nominees for this year's Best Country Album ARIA Award, Casey Barnes, Fanny Lumsden, Jasmine Rae, Molly from the McClymonts, and Travis Collins. Thanks everyone for being with me today. Distance, of course, because that's the kind of year we're having. So let's talk about the creative process. You know, there's been a lot of talk about, there was that thing someone said at one point on Twitter that, you know, during the plague, Shakespeare wrote King Lear and 4 other great plays or something. I feel like there's an expectation that you're meant to be really creative when you're locked down or when you're not able to tour. What has it been like? I know you're all here obviously because you put albums out this year, but has this been a creative time for you or has it not been?
I felt like I was almost creatively exhausted coming in, like, you know, put the record out and everyone kept saying, oh, you must have written another record. And I'm like, I definitely have not. I've just stared at the wall. Like, I have nothing left right now to write a song. And so I think it's actually, just now that I'm kind of starting to feel more creatively inspired songwriting wise.
For me, it's been a really good opportunity for observation. So the creativity, while it's only sort of just starting to sneak in now after 7 months of the pandemic, I do know that I've got post-it notes and lines written in my phone like no other year before.
I think it's been a bit of a crazy one because we all did just bring out albums, and usually it is a cycle. We've just brought our album out, so we have no reason to really write more music. We've got 2 years of like really getting on the road and playing these songs, which we have not yet done. So for us, and being in different states, we haven't had the chance to sit down and write together. But we're like Trav, you're always writing stuff in your phone, or if you get an idea, it's always going down. But for us, the McClymonts, we haven't got together and written anything.
Let's get into this is a quick fire one, and we'll go through everyone one by one on this. When gigs are back fully, when live music's back and everyone can tour and you can go and see whoever, who's the first band or artist that you're keen to go out there and see? Start with Molly.
Oh my gosh, you're putting me on the spot. I know it's rude, but I just want to get out there and do a gig myself. But it'll be a festival that I can catch up with all of you guys, because it has been, like Jazz said, since Tamworth I've seen everyone, and I miss all the friendships and the banter at the festivals, and that's where I actually get to see a show and watch people. But I don't know, I'm in Wollongong, so anyone that comes here for a show, I'll be at your show supporting you, that's for sure.
Travis?
For me, it's events. There's different events that I want to see back. I want to go either as a performer or even as a fan. I desperately want to see CMC Rocks back. I want to see Big Red Bash back. There's something spiritual that happens at the Big Red Bash, and I want to see that back.
You just reminded me of something there, Trav. One of the things that I love the most is the relationships that you build and the friendships and getting to catch up at these things. And I'm having flashbacks to VDM Fest from 2019. It was, I don't know, it's stories like this that I miss. We went up and played at this festival in the middle of nowhere, a little town called Billawheeler in Queensland. Yeah. And this guy, a local guy, has just put on a festival and got all of us to come up and play. And it was such a great weekend. And but my highlight was the post-gig celebrations. We all went back to the motel, and everyone came and Trav rocked up after his set with a few bottles of, what was it, Bundy and some...
We'd been to the Bundaberg Rum Distillery earlier that day, so it was like, here you go, everybody. It's community now.
There's so much more to that. I also drunk all of Trav's rider accidentally, and I still feel bad for it, so I just want to say sorry again. But anyway, that's another story. So we've ended up back at the motel, and everyone's got the guitars out, and we've had this jam session with all of us artists together, and it was such a cool night, and stuff like that we haven't been able to do, and I'm looking forward to those sort of things for sure.
Jasmine?
Yeah, well, I'm sold. I want to see all of you guys. I'm actually going to see a Sinead Burgess gig this weekend. I enjoy a sit-down show. It's actually been, I can't wait to see the big festivals, of course, but I enjoy a sit-down show. So I'm just going to keep going until they get bigger.
So let's talk about the reason we're all here. We're all here because you guys are all nominated. Congratulations to everyone. I don't think I said that earlier.
Thanks.
But yeah, you're all potentially going to be taking home a trophy. What is it like? How does it feel to be nominated for this award? I'll start with Molly.
Oh, it feels incredible. ARIAs has always been one of those things you dream about as a kid, going, wouldn't it be wonderful to be nominated for an ARIA? So it's like the Golden Guitars. It's the pinnacle of music awards. So yeah, we're just super, super honoured to be a part of this wonderful bunch of people.
Jasmine?
Honestly, I made this album from like such a personal place. So the fact that people actually liked it, the fact that people actually heard it and then liked it and then told me that they liked it, and I thought that was, you know, and then it's like nominated for an ARIA, Triangle, amazing. It was, yeah. That's the rose of the year. I just didn't want to say that because it was pretty obvious, but it's like, oh my gosh, alongside you guys who I just admire and adore so much. Like, yeah. I feel so honoured, so lucky.
Well, ARIA Night is coming up. It's going to be a very different ARIA Night than the normal. You know, normally we all put in our finest threads and roll up, and there's a red carpet and all this stuff that obviously isn't possible in the same way this year. So each of you just tell me about what your plans for ARIA Night is this year. What are you going to be doing? Trav?
I don't know. I hadn't really thought about it until the question was posed just now. But I think what I might do is go to my mum and dad's place and just watch it with them. You know, just as a full circle for all the nights they let me stay up watching it as a kid when it was past my bedtime. Watch the ARIAs. So just to enjoy that moment where my name comes out over the telly, and I think I'm leaning towards that.
Apparently borders are opening November 1, so if that's the case, Sam will be coming straight to us and we will be dressing up, getting our hair and makeup done because it's ARIA Night. Even though it's just streaming, I am going to be all about it. It's going to be a huge night for us. So we're probably going to meet in Sydney and make a night of it and celebrate, because it's something worth celebrating over. So not sure the plans, they're getting nutted out at the moment, but next step, I need to find a dress.
Casey?
It was, I've got no idea. I've never been to an ARIA awards. It's my first time being nominated, so I don't even know if we're going to be. Can we go to? Is there going to be a possibility to actually go to the awards, or I'm not sure.
I don't think so. I think like I'm talking like I'll be in a motel room with the girls or something. I don't know.
Maybe we should all do something together.
Yes.
We should all meet. We could all meet somewhere.
That'd be good.
Amazing. Well, I think that brings us to the end of our conversation today, everyone. Thank you so much for your time. Great to see all your faces, even though I haven't seen any of you in person for a fair while now, but looking forward to that again. And good luck to all of you on ARIA Night. It's an amazing collection of nominees in this category this year, and whoever of you wins, it's going to be incredibly well deserved. So thanks again for joining me, and thanks to ARIA, and looking forward to watching the show soon.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Jeremy.